Hey, beautiful, my beautiful geniuses. I've been so humbled with all of you guys. Sometimes you guys just leave me speechless with your love. I talked about letting go and non-attachment in previous videos a few times. So let's talk about how and go a little deeper in what that means. How can we let go and still have, and we can relax, right? How we can relax and I just meditated. Sent a few of you guys some love, healing. And it's so beautiful to hear that it works again and again and again. Let's talk about non-attachment and letting go. What should we do before that happens? So let's talk about the events. You guys have some intentions. I've been hearing about them. A few things you guys want to experience. So when you guys do these specific meditations, the alchemist one, or tuning your body into a new mind, or tuning into a new potential, or maybe you do it so many times where you just then want to focus on your future in a meditation after you bless your energies. And one of the things I want you guys to start doing is teach your body. I just uploaded a video about how to teach your body. So while you're teaching your body, trick your mind and body, teach it with emotions, the decisions that you will make, the experiences you will have, the events that you will be a part of when your future arrives to you, so that your body begins to believe that it is already happening and it has already occurred. When that starts to happen, your body will automatically turn on and upregulate certain genes and downregulate other genes. The brain will change and have those synaptic connections where your brain has now been printed in a way that the event has already occurred. And once that happens, you can just relax and let go because it has already occurred. It has already occurred up here, and your body's already convinced that it has occurred. So when that happens, now the subconscious mind and the quantum are going to scheme things to make sure that the hologram reflects what has been programmed and printed onto your mind and body. Sometimes I do that all day. When you get up from the meditation. And when these things come to you, it will always be a surprise. It's the unknown. And let me tell you another thing. Sometimes when you are meditating and you want to tune into a new potential, you have an intention, you are having some troubles here and there, and you want to experience some level of abundance so you can focus on other things, spiritual journey and all that. And then all of a sudden something bad happens. Or something doesn't occur. That's because the quantum is getting some things out of your way for you to be able to get to that, so that something that you want can come to you. People will fall away. You might get rid of some things, you might lose some things, you might lose your job because another opportunity is on its way. Or something, quantum is clearing the path for that event to come to you. After you have convinced your body and mind that it has already occurred, right? And it has in the quantum. There's no separation in the quantum. That's why I can send you guys love. I can send you healing energies. That's why, as long as your heart is open, as long as you're in a position of receiving, you will be able to receive love, synchronicities, intentions, no matter what it is. You need to become the person that is able to receive. And when that happens, you will feel such elevated emotions, such elevated frequency will be rushing through you. You'll be in so much awe of life, so much in love of life. You would have touched the reality of what it's like to be a mystical being. And when that happens, you can't help but to create again. Because now it's a game. I want you guys to experience that, feel it. Maybe sometimes you need to carve out more than an hour, more than 2 hours, because you're going to convince your body in that meditation that the event is happening while you're in that meditation. And when that happens, let me give you guys a really good example of how that is going to work out perfectly before you let go. Right? You want your brain to change. You want your body to be convinced. And literal changes are occurring in your body because the body thinks that that event has occurred. The body thinks that all the beautiful, elevated emotions that you would feel when that event has occurred is happening. And that's why the upregulation and downregulations are happening. All the energy centers are sending different information to your cells, and then the cells are making changes to your DNA, and different genes are turning on and off. So what they did was, this is an example that Dr. Joe is a very, very big fan of. Two examples. One is that they had some people that would practice a specific melody on piano, right? And then there's another group that saw them play piano, right? Those specific keys that they were pressing and the music that it was generating. That they would then sit, close their eyes, and just imagine over and over that they're doing it. That they're playing that piano and they're playing that melody. Now, those people have never played piano before. They are just practicing in their mind that it is happening. And they did that for 2 weeks. And what happened was their brain changed. As if they were playing it. The same parts of those brains were wiring and firing together. The same synaptics and nerve endings were making connections all over the place, as if they had already been playing piano for 2 weeks. Similar experiment happened with people and exercises. And what happened there was that there were people that were doing one particular exercise for an hour or two a day. And then there was another group of people that looked at the exercise and they would close their eyes and they would just convince their mind and body that they were doing that same exercise. And within 2 weeks, the people that were closing their eyes and pretending to work out had more than 13% strength and gains, and muscle fibers were being created in their body for that particular exercise, as if the event has already occurred. The body had already been changed. The brain had already been changed. That it has already occurred. So when you have an intention, when you have a goal, healing, convince your body you're healed. What would you do once you're healed? How would you feel? How would you stand? How would you walk? How would you smile? How would you observe the, world differently? And when that happens, and then you just let go. And yes, during the meditations, you're revisiting, you're solidifying the changes of your body and mind. You're constantly making sure that your body and mind knows that that event has occurred. You are now abundant. You are now healed. And when you do that, and it comes at you, when that divine touches you, they say it's the most unfamiliar, familiar feeling, right? And then you're never going to be the same. That's when you can see the magic that you have done. Now you're even more convinced that you're a magician. How do we not teach this to kids? We will now. Wake everybody up. So humbled with you guys. You guys are unbelievable. I love you.